White collar rhymes is exactly what it says. It's just, people who work jobs and rap.
Online collaboration's great and stuff, but like the actual like feeling of being like in the moment and like creating like, yes, we got this, like let's go. And it's a feeling like nothing I've ever experienced.
White collar bringing heat, we ain't even hit the peak.
It feels like we've known each other for years.
I've seen D-Bird on camera. I've seen his stupid little dab, and I hate it. I've seen Cody Nash, jittery and amped up when he's excited about, conspiracy theory he wants to talk about. I would have been more surprised if somebody behaved differently than what I've already come to know.
It's crazy to see you and you and you.
Soul of a golden god by my team, imagine the rapping and then wrote it off. No fraud, an MC and a sex beast. Trying to find a balance, truly XL when I spread cheeks. Yeah, I'm what the internet needs, but what the streets hate. It's my birthday, come blow the candle out on this beefcake. Stop lying, tell the truth. I am legend, this is the bar you measure to.
We didn't think this was real.
Maybe we should all just link up and do some music together.
How serious are we about putting together an album and then having it filmed?
To be honest with you, I have no idea what the last mixtape is.
This is the last mixtape. This documentary is the last.
Oh,
mixtape.
Is that what this is?
That's what it's called.
Lord knows I'ma give it all I got. I'm never giving in. If I rise to the top, it'll pay off in the end. Sometimes I feel lost, I don't know where to begin. Ain't trying to stop. Yeah, I can do this.
D-Bird just mentioned to me this idea of going out to a mansion in Texas and recording an album, and that's kind of right up my alley.
People who've never met before in real life, putting them in a house and saying you have this much time to create an album.
Okay, it is a real place, yes.
Hell yeah.
White collar rhymes is exactly what it says. It's just, people who work jobs and rap.
Online collaboration's great and stuff, but like the actual like feeling of being like in the moment and like creating like, yes, we got this, like let's go. And it's a feeling like nothing I've ever experienced.
White collar bringing heat, we ain't even hit the peak.
It feels like we've known each other for years.
I've seen D-Bird on camera. I've seen his stupid little dab, and I hate it. I've seen Cody Nash, jittery and amped up when he's excited about, conspiracy theory he wants to talk about. I would have been more surprised if somebody behaved differently than what I've already come to know.
It's crazy to see you.
All right. Enough of the intro.
Caught up.
We are here. I am here. D-Bird is here. Hello, D-Bird.
Hello, Mr. Paradise.
How
How be thee?
I am. I'm okay. How about you?
Better than the best, better than the worst, floating on a cloud.
Is that like a loose reference to Bret Hart?
I think it's a loose hallucination, as I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning and just was like, fuck it, I guess this is what we're doing. And I never went back to bed. No naps, free balling it. This is the new reality for me. I'm forever a changed person.
So you're on the Loose Logic time schedule. Loose Logic wakes up at 5:30 in the morning.
Puke. That's why he's very loose. Has no logic to it. Also illogical. I woke up this morning and at 5 a.m, I was like, all right, clearly going to bed isn't it. So I'm going to go into the other room, lay on a couch, and do work trainings. And I did that for like an hour and a half before my alarm even normally goes off.
Gross. How many trainings do you have left?
Incalculable. Pretty much. If the highest number you can count to, that's how many more I have.
I think my counting skills are pretty up to par, so I don't think it's the highest number I can count to. I'm guessing around like 30, 40.
You can count higher than that. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it me or do you have like a lag? Hold on.
Impressive. Maybe the lag is just my brain.
No, I don't think so. I think they're like I see you responding to me in real time. Maybe I'm just hearing it in a delayed sense. I don't know. Is anybody in the chat, is D-Bird on a lag, or is it just me? Am I tripping? It could be either one of us. And we're fine
Is
with
D-Bird a lag?
I didn't say that. I just asked if you had a lag. Whichever is appropriate, I guess you can go with that.
DJ Tongue Hero, my G. You, sir, keep up the good work. A-OK, F-O-T-K, still in work training himself. Keep grinding, brother. We got this.
A-OK.
Keep pushing.
I was listening to your music a few days ago when people were ranking artists on the Discord, and then people started saying, well, I don't know this person, I don't know that person. I started to name your name, but nobody would have known who you were, but I started listening to your music. I like your stuff. Yeah, A-OK is good.
Have I listened to his music?
We heard one song from him last week. Oh, not this Sunday, but the Sunday before. Yeah, oh, there it is. Sonny LeRae says you're lagging. Hit that refresh button.
You know what? Fuck y'all, I'm out. Peace, dice.
Now that he's gone, we can start the real show. It's the Black People Show. And what we do here is we talk about how we take over the globe from the others. All right. So I know I got at least 3 black people here. I got A-OK, I got Sunny, and I got DJ Tongue Hero. Slowly, I'm going to go ahead and include you just because you're cool. But this is where we plot. Oh shit, he's back. Hey, Bird.
Hi. How's my lag now? Am I
Still
looking laggy?
Still horrible. So maybe it's on my end.
Fuck.
So
I could turn off my computer and turn it back on.
I don't think you need to do that.
That's all I know how to do, IT guys.
Don't do that. Don't do that at all. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me refresh this thing. See if this does anything. Reload site. Yeah. Hold on, folks. Hello. All right, Bird, say something. That sucks. Now I don't. Oh wait, hold on. Wait. Say something now.
Sonny LeRae is the GOAT.
The fuck? There's like a 3-second delay. Whatever.
That makes for an awkward experience.
I'm gonna power through it just
You
because.
know what?
What?
I was gonna say I'll turn off my computer. Stall them. I'll turn it off and turn it on again.
I don't know if it's you. Hold on.
Right?
Hold on. You got green bars on your little wireless thing. This is what we do live, in case anybody forgot from like when we started out 3 years ago. We just figured this out as we're here. All right, troubleshooting. Where is
The
this?
top says 2.59 Mbps.
Do you know what that means, Bird?
Is that good or bad?
Never mind.
2.9 megabits per second.
The bit rate looks good.
Or my beautiful penis stinks.
It can't be beautiful if it stinks. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
That's not true. I've met plenty.
What? You met plenty what?
I stopped because I was like, I'm lagging 3 seconds behind. I can see when my absurd comments distract your thought patterns. Because of the lag, it makes it very noticeable. I was gonna say I've seen very pretty stinky girls before.
Oh, I thought you were saying
Very
like
stinky things.
my beautiful penis, and then you said I've seen plenty before, and I was like, hold on, those two sentences don't go together.
I mean, I've seen my penis plenty of times before, allegedly.
That's not what the show is about. The show is where we entertain the subscribers lag be damned, but we're here, me and D Bird, and we got a few songs in the queue. We got a few things to talk about. What day is it? Fuck, it's almost Thanksgiving. Are you ready for Thanksgiving?
Fuck no. Fuck Thanksgiving. Fuck Cristobal Colombo. And fuck all things cranberry. I said it.
What do you have against cranberry?
Cranberry is kind of like when you go visit your grandma and she gives you a big old hug and a big old smooch on the lips, but it's wet and she uses tongue and her blouse falls off and you catch just a little bit of nipple before she pulls it up. That's cranberry.
Y'all be kissing your grandmas on the mouth?
Cranberry likers are. I fucking hate cranberry, so I'm not the one.
I don't know. I'm not convinced.
Okay, this is actually kind of interesting. Is the lag so bad that I can like do scenes with myself? I can say a thing and then say a thing.
Pretty much. Like I can see you visually saying something, and then like a few seconds later, I hear what you just said.
Okay, let's recap for the folks in the chat. Hey D-Bird, what do you think about cranberry sauce? Cranberry sauce? I hardly know her, but also tastes like the Holocaust. Bird, that's not right. So anyways, we have music.
Fair enough. All right, folks. We're gonna fuck it. Figure it out. Should I just try rebooting the stream, see if that helps?
Yeah, why don't I reboot my computer as well? How about that? I feel like it's me. It's my problem usually.
All right, you first then. You first. I'll entertain the masses, and then we'll see. Hold on, wait. No, I don't have a lag. Yeah, reboot.
Maybe play on one of our unreleased songs. Play one of our unreleased songs to just give a little taste. A little secret sauce. I'll be back soon.
All right, well, let me find some shit to play then. All right, well, Bird is doing that. Welcome to the show again for like the third time. I'm Dice. I am here with fictitious D-Bird. He'll be back after his computer reboots. Sundays, we do our free queue where we listen to everybody's music in the community, and Wednesdays, we do a subscriber show. And since the queue has been getting a little bit lighter in recent, I say weeks, wouldn't say months, we've kind of transitioned this to a little bit of chit-chat in between listening to music. But I do see that Catalyst resubbed. I feel like somehow Catalyst is swindling us out of a subscription because this guy like resubs every fucking show. I don't know how he's doing it, but I feel like he's cheating the system. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I just feel like he's always resubscribing, and I don't understand how that's possible. But I'm okay with it. Sully resubscribe and Kuiper resubscribe, and then also shout out to Linux, new subscriber. Gunshots for everybody. All right. Bird told me to play some music. I don't know if I'll actually get that far into my computer. I'm just going to lie to him and say that I did and hope that he's not watching the stream on his phone. If you guys snitch on me, I'll feel some type of way about that, but that's okay. Let's see what I find. Let's see. Where is this shit at anyway? I don't know what we haven't played. Here, let's play this. You guys can probably hear this shit anyway. What is this? What is this? Bounce.
Same thing.
You guys can hear that,
I've
right?
been looking at you. I've been thinking, God.
Right. Enjoy this shit.
Come on. Come on, baby, 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 give me some. Baby, give me some. Oh, Come on, baby, 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 give me some. Baby, give me some. Come on.
jump outside, I'm down the road. White collar baller, no shot caller. If you wanna ride, then you oughta just holler. Swallow some of that gushy stuff, and if you bend it right back, I'ma push it up. The way you rock it, drop it, I'ma take you through the town. Put my hand up in your pocket, gripping something kinda round. You ain't got a copper crown, cause I'm tryna knock it down. Ain't no other bopper stopping me from locking pussy down. Where you stay at, where you lay at, hey yeah. I ain't got no problem tryna get you on my team, yeah. Who you talking to, it don't matter, ain't a thing, yeah. I ain't finna slow up till I'm calling you my queen, yeah.
Come on, baby, 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 give me some. Baby, give me, give me, give me, give me some. Oh, come on, baby, 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 give me some. Baby, give me, give me, give me, give me some. Come on, come on.
She's to die for in a dress. My heart belongs in a hospice in a room of odd ducks. She's only hunting for positives. Plus, she got my number. She could call if she wanted. If she hear from her ex-man, there's nothing that she would want from him. Shapeshifter, that figure isn't discreet. My willingness to get in the mystique. Hey, yeah, she follow me like Uncle Cracker. What you think? If she wants to follow you, meta isn't that deep. Hey, she a seesaw up and down on me. Y'all cross the line or two. We could get it like a Reebok. I can be her cowboy. She can be my beat Bob. Valentine candy, that's my sweetheart. Down and dirty, hurting, flirting. If she's here, then heaven's lurking. Girl, I love you like my library books, cause I keep returning, yeah. Sweaty and burning, ooh, heavily working. Keep it moving like a dance contest. Love when she serve me.
Come on, baby, 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 give me some. Baby, give me, give me, give me, give me some. Oh, come on, baby, 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 give me some. Baby, give me, give me, give me, give me some. Come on, come on.
Chocolate covered Fruit Loops, almond roca, cherry pie. Might not think we mix well, but I'd eat you every night. Too hot to handle, you can't compare her to Fahrenheit. What she wear is the Sahara, quench your thirst, prepare a Sprite. Yeah, the marriage type, book a horse and carriage night. Feel alive when I'm inside you, baby, I'm a parasite. Blacked out while I'm wearing white, split beer on my pair of nights. Said I get her wet, but the two concepts don't think they're alike. Wary of the ones who can't maintain discussions. Love doesn't compute when the mainframe is busted. Baby, you can front, but the freight train is coming. You gonna get pounded like exchange rates in London, huh? Then I'm headed back to the bar, reading in between the lines from the tats on her arm. Yeah, truly wanna get to know who you actually are, but she just wants to hook up with a reality star.
Come on, baby, 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 give me some. Baby, give me, give me, give me, give me some. Oh,
All right. Bird, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh my God, look, it was your computer. You bitch.
Go fucking figure. I knew it. I knew my old piece of shit state-of-the-art gaming laptop was fucking up.
Well, that'll show you for having a piece of shit state-of-the-art gaming laptop and just stick with a regular piece of shit laptop next time.
Next time, yeah.
All right. Well, now we're back with Bird. That was Gimme Some by Passive, the rapper, myself, Cody Nash, and D Bird. Song made during our week in Texas in a mansion that we rented and filmed a documentary called The Last Mixtape that you can watch on Apple TV, Prime Video, Google Movies, and all the other shit. That was the best song of Who that you've heard. There's like 4 people on there. Who you talking about, Sully? All of y'all? That tells me both of you have not listened to any of our music.
I mean, to be fair, I love that song too. So
I like that song, but is it the best song? Nah, not that
I mean, does it beat out Healthy or Humble? Probably not. But it's pretty good. Yeah,
it's all right. All right. What are we doing? We got some people that resubbed. I don't know if y'all all had tracks to play, but I know Catalyst did. I know Kuiper did. Catalyst still never actually responded to my inquiry of is he cheating the system, because I feel like he resubs like every week. I don't know if you noticed that, Bird, but I feel like this guy resubs every week.
I'm just here.
Okay. All right.
I'm oblivious to it all.
Okay. All right. Hold on. I had something I want. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a no, and we're just going to jump straight into the music. But does anybody listen to, or had anybody ever listened to Max B from previous Diplomats era music?
I'd love to learn a little bit more about Max B. Share with the class what
Max B.
interests you about Max B.
Yeah, DJ Tongue Hero knows about the wave. Wavy baby started the wave movement. He's a childhood friend of Cameron and Mace, so ran back with that little circle back in the New York days with Jim Jones and everything. But him and Jim Jones had a eventual falling out, and then Max B ended up in jail for the last 14 years, and he just got released last week, and now he's home. Yeah, home. Yeah.
Welcome home. Welcome back. Welcome back.
That's right. Well, obviously nobody except for Tongue Hero knows who he is, but I'll skip that news topic.
I'm very excited by it. Welcome home, Max B. As someone who uses their name and a lot of their initials, parts of the name, big fan of what you chose to go by. Unless it's a moniker, in that case, I fucking hate it. Use your real name.
Max is a pretty strong rapper name.
I think so. My buddy Max Graves has been wanting to hang out. We just keep missing each other. But Max Graves, real government name, not a rap name, but it sounds like one.
Where do you stand on pets that have human names? Like, what if your dog was named Max or Henry?
Oh, I love it. My ex-girlfriend had a dog named Scott, and I thought that was fucking funny.
Scott
the dog.
If that's
I think
not
it's hilarious.
the most Caucasian name to give an animal, I don't know what is. Scott. Come here, Scott.
I was a huge fan.
Come here, Scott. Go poop, Scott. That's
D
crazy.
Dog. Do you have a last name with dog in it? I mean, us D's got to stick together. It's not a competition.
Us D's. I don't like how you said that. Let's not. No.
Us D's equals USDs equals dollars. US dollars.
Well, Sully's in Germany, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any US dollars in his pocket, first and foremost.
If anything, the exchange rate's probably in his favor.
Yeah. Gary?
Yeah.
I can see Gary as a cat name. Gary is one of those, like, if you know a Gary in real life, they might be strange or they might be really cool. But if you know a pet named Gary, they're definitely cool.
Doesn't SpongeBob have a pet snail, Gary?
Yeah. I hate that show, but I can rock with that, yeah.
I fucking hated it too, to be honest. Like, my best friend, he was a year older than me, complete fucking drug addict maniac in high school, loved SpongeBob. I was like, what are you, fucking 6?
Same. I had a buddy in high school. He would walk around with, we both wore flip-flops and stuff, but he'd have his little SpongeBob backpack on. And I'm like, dude, I can't walk the halls with you and be cool if you have on a SpongeBob backpack with little fucking legs dangling around as you're, hip-hopping between classes. This is not working for me. It's not working for my image.
Can any man be cool to have a backpack with legs on it? Like, is there any form of backpack with fake legs that you can pull?
A Betty Boop book bag.
pull a goth baddie?
Yeah. If it's like a goth baddie and she's got like the big honkers and the legs dangling, I think that's pull offable. But anything other than that, I don't think you need a backpack with dangling legs.
Yeah. It kind of feels like a anime body pillow. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where a girl opens up your closet, she sees the item there, and it's like, oh, you're that. You know what I mean?
I gotta add that to the list for my other topic that I had later, but we'll circle back to the anime body. I know we've talked about the anime body pillow before, but it fits in perfectly with this other thing that I had in mind. All right, First and foremost, we got a few people who resubbed, and I think they're tired of us talking because they're in Europe or South America. Let's get to Sully, who looks like he was first and foremost in the resub. Unless Linux is out there. Linux, let us know. But here is Sully's song called Cigarettes.
Sully's song called Cigarettes.
Got some sibilants on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, Spotify. Hope you were. We're doing whatever order we come up with. Catalyst next. Then Kuiper.
My shit used to smell like cologne, but now it smells. 3 a.m. in the club, but I'm on my phone. My feet are sticking to the ground you call. I don't wanna be here no more. And backtrack my past life. Smoking packs to feel alive. Pain is like steak knives. Do you have fire? I don't got mine. I can't hear your missed calls. I've been feeling so wrong, so wrong, so wrong, for so long, so long, so long. I wake up with a headache and full regrets. My clothes still smell like cigarettes. My bed shows me my silhouette. The mirror can't feel my reflection yet. My shit used to smell like cologne, but now it smokes. Scrolling sad songs on my phone, but now there's more. I don't wanna be here no more. Backtrack my past life. Backtrack my past life. Smoking packs to feel alive. Smoking packs to feel alive. Pain is like steak knives. Pain is like steak knives. Do you have fire? I don't got mine. I don't got it. I can't hear your missed calls. I've been feeling so wrong, so wrong, for so long, so long, so long, so long, so
long. Signed up for, well, I'll wait till the song's over.
I can't get the smoke out of my rocket ship when I fly. No oxygen when I'm bleeding, the wounds ain't healing in time. It's easy to hide sometimes.
What was that, D-Bird? What were you saying?
Unrelated, but on the topic of cigarettes, I signed up for health benefits today. You know, again, new job, whatever. America isn't socialized like all the rest of you communists, you know, sucking the red hammer and sickle. So we pay for our health care like true patriots. And with that, what I discovered today was like if you had smoked a cigarette anytime within the last year, any amount of tobacco, e-cigarettes, cigars, any of it, adds extra $20 per month to your insurance.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucked up?
You didn't know that? They give you
No.
for like the last 3 jobs I have, they actually give you a discount if you don't smoke. They give us like I think $50 or $100 off a year for not smoking. Anything.
I mean, that feels better than like the cigarette tax. I don't smoke at all, so like it doesn't really affect me, but now I'm kind of like, fuck you. Maybe I want to. Maybe I will try cigarettes at 38.
I mean, maybe it's from my fresh lungs, you know, snobbery, but I understand charging people like why should I have to bear the load of these cigarette smokers and these puffers on my insurance company's plan, you know, fucking blackening their lungs, and then I've got to pay for their hospital bills. Fuck you guys. Pay more. Bitches.
All right. As far as the song, getting off track here.
Oh.
That's my fault. Sully, I like this. I mean, I like the vibes. I like the tones. Like your voice really fits with the atmospheric, you know, beat, if you want to call it that. It's like hard to call it a beat in the traditional sense, but like it's just kind of beautiful music. There were parts like I wanted to be just a little different. Specifically, like before that second half, when you start going a little faster, there's these moments where it almost feels like you have too much words. Like it's such a laid back vibe. It's such like a atmospheric, everything is calm, where it's like, I wish you didn't use so many words. And I feel like if you cut out some of those words, like Dice is always talking about some of the extraneous parts, then you can really just kind of sit in the tones and the feeling of the song versus like, let me get in each one of the things I wrote down. I also feel like as far as just the spirit of the song, like at the very ending, I like that section. And then it just kind of, there's nothing, right? Like I want just a little bit more of like, this is a natural progression towards a calm ending. You know what I mean? And this is all maybe just personal preference, but I'm like, I wish that it like didn't just be like, all right, here's a 4 section of like a final outro verse into just like, you still have music playing, but it's kind of not, right? It's kind of like lily pad sounds or whatever the fuck, right? Like I wish there was more of a structure to it that made it feel like a more natural ending, is I guess what I'd say. So that being said, like it overall, good voice, good tones. A lot of parts in the first half felt a little off of the flow of the song, just spiritually, and I feel like it would have really hit harder if you slowed things down. I'll give this a 7.5.
That's a crazy thing to say, is the song almost got him laid and then he declined. It's like, hey, want some coochie? And then he's like, nah, I'm good.
I don't think he's talking about the song. I think he's talking about cigarettes, which will get you laid for sure.
I think you're wrong, buddy.
I pretended to smoke cigarettes to get laid before. Haven't we all? You like go outside of a bar. It's like a natural excuse to talk to a hot girl. If she smokes, she pokes. Universal rule. I didn't make it up. You go like, oh, do you have a cigarette that I could bum? Like everyone bums cigarettes from each other. It's like, oh, can I have one of those cancer sticks? I would like to die early too. And then she hands it to you. You throw it on the ground. You stomp it on your boot, and you're like, let's go, babe. Let's get out of here.
You watch too many fucking movies. You need to go back out into reality and see what actually happened.
This is for sure happened. You stomp it on the ground. You take it out of her mouth, stomp that out of the ground. You say, let's go, babe.
I'm not a cigarette smoker, but one thing that I know for sure is if you take a fresh cigarette, black and mild, anything from another human, and you don't light it and you don't smoke at least 70% of it, and you just throw it on the ground and stomp on it, they're punching you in the face immediately. They're like, you know how much that shit costs me?
I am mostly joking, but I did do that once. I did do that.
Like I could have bought the story if you didn't immediately throw it on the ground and stomp on it. Maybe if you like held it in your finger and like, chatted them up. But yeah, you said throw it on the ground and stomp on it. Nah, she's not buying that.
First it was a joke, but that did happen after I had already established contact, brought her to a party. She wasn't doing what I wanted.
And you're like,
so
fuck this cigarette.
Grabbed it and I was like, let's go.
There you go. That's better. I like that.
Not on initial impression though.
I like that story better though. Sully, as far as this song, from all the songs that I have heard from you, I think this was probably the best, the most polished one. It sounded clear. Like I think there was always issues with not the way that you pronounce things, but like things would be super muffled because you have a very deep voice, and I know from mixing it's just kind of a struggle to find that clarity sometimes, especially with different beat choices where like the low end can make it seem a little bit more muddy than it actually is. But I think on this one your presence is a lot better. Slow paced song. There were some parts that I heard, and I've mentioned this before, where it just feels like your voice is a little bit wavery or shaky. And it's not to say that you're not saying things with confidence, but it sounds slightly uncertain. Like if you're really feeling an emotion, like it doesn't come through 100% of the time. Sometimes it feels like you're just wavering because you're doing a performance rather than you're expressing an emotion. And I think that is probably the only real critique, nitpick thing that I have about this. Other than that, like I said, I think it's probably the best song that I've heard that you made out of all of your songs, albeit a lot of them were from like tournaments and then like a few things that you shared on the review show. But I will say that this is probably the better finished product out of everything else that you've happened to share in our different platforms. I would give this an 8. All right. People keep posting shit. Don't y'all know this is a talk show? Fuck. Music.
They're like, no, we saved it up for today. Let's go.
Gross.
It's whatever you want it to be at the end of the day. It's a subscriber show. They dictate it.
Yeah. We keep asking you guys, and everybody just like acts like we're just talking into the void. But like, what the fuck do y'all want to see as subscribers? Like, you're paying us to entertain you. Vocalize what you would like us to do as content. Is it, just chit chatting? Is it listening to music and just giving feedback like this? Is it, I don't know, scrolling the web and like talking about random news articles? I don't know what it is, but you guys never answer the questions, and it frustrates me to no end. And then I just complain to D-Bird about it, and he's like, yeah, I don't know, dude. Those guys.
No, that's not my response. My response is, well, I want to make more content for the subscribers. That's why I started doing the advice show. I was like, you know what? Let's just have a little fun. Let's,
WCR Christmas quiz. Tell me more about that, Rogue Jepson.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah. Is that like a quiz about WCR or just like a general trivia quiz? And who's participating? Is it me and Bird, or is it like a quiz for the people in the audience?
They're like, guess these true facts about D-Bird and Paradise. Guess which one it is. Guess who has this embarrassing story.
Guess how many random strangers that have joined the Discord and we introduced them first conversation to the Rogue Jepson Cypher song. Too many. That is
Too
the
many
answer.
is the
That's the answer. Good Lord.
Welcome. You want to hear a song about coming on a guy? No. Once you get to know him, it all makes sense.
No. It's a good song. It's just about coming on a guy. That's all.
It's a banger.
Good
Literally.
Drives me crazy. Quiz about members of the community for core members to guess. Guess who in the community said this lyric. That sounds difficult.
That's hard. I don't know. So we have to. Better be songs you submit to us. But even then, I'm like, just fucking give me like fucking 5 drinks and 24 hours. I'm done. I've never heard any of your songs before.
I'm gonna go out on I'm gonna be honest. There's only 3 lyrics that I can name like right off the top of my head. 1 + 1 = 2, which was done by Chew and producer Bird. I was hungry, so I ate. Also a producer Bird track, and This Bitch Must Be a Bird because something cockatoo by Casanova Westside. Those are the only 3 lyrics that I can like off the top of my head name that aren't me or D-Bird or anybody else that I've done a song with. I'll probably recognize some stuff that I won't. Or Tongue Hero Titty Gang. Does that count?
Yeah. Tongue Hero Titty Gang.
Yeah. All right, let's do another song.
That man knows branding.
Catalyst, Don't Shoot, featuring Jacob and Ray Stans.
Lose, yeah. Yeah. I'd get 0 right. I've never heard a song from the community before in my life.
Okay. Here's Catalyst.
I think we heard this song before, right?
Yeah, I think an early version.
Why you fuck around acting like you don't shoot? Till I turn my back and you go on and bust too. Knew I should've never trust you. Now I'm dropping motherfuckers yelling don't shoot. When I step up in the very city, know I burn it down. Got the loot up on headshot body drop. Let the headshots do the rest. I'm gon' send you on home with a label on your neck. I'm impressed. All this loot, I just got myself a check. Why you fuck around acting like you don't shoot? Till I turn my back, then you gon' bust too. Knew I should've never trust you. Now I'm dropping motherfuckers yelling, don't shoot.
I got a couple of pink things. If you want it, you can try it. We got extensions. Barrel sound, go quiet. In the night, always paying attention. We can go out as a team. Ain't nobody gotta shoot. I got 300 on me. Tell me what y'all wanna do. I met a raider just last night. Said she needed some help with finding an objective. Soon as I opened my map, she shot in my back. The sound of the flare had descended. It's getting harder to trust. All I could do was adjust. This life is a medic. If they shoot first, then I bust. Guarantee I got enough. Come learn you a lesson. Reckless, movement leaves you breathless. Go back to Speranza. Much appreciate the necklace. This'll add some commas to my ever-growing checklist. If you shoot first, you are not allowed to exit.
Why you fuck around acting like you don't shoot? Till I turn my back, then you gon' bust too. Knew I should've never trust you. Now I'm dropping motherfuckers yelling, don't shoot.
Oh, I see how it is. Turn my back and you attack. That's fruity like the lemons that I use for keeping Scrappy happy. So predictable and also common savvy. While I'm loading up a pharaoh and I'm reaching for a snappy. Fat bitch ass, pop you in your snitch ass. Fuck, I needed cash for a run up in your rich stash.
The way my crew be bad, you bet it's bound to give you whiplash. Loot up in my safe spot, make off with a quick dash.
Once I ride and see Celeste, see through a sprint, baby, shoot the best. Pump that cash with the stolen loot, then go again, don't need.
When he came back in, he was off beat. I just wanted to timestamp that for reference.
Crew be bad, you bet it's bound to give you whiplash. Loot up in my safe spot, make off with a quick dash.
Once I ride and see Celeste, see through a sprint, baby, she the best. Pump that cash with the stolen loot, then go again, don't need the rest. One more and be done right, cause I don't really know if I can run another gunfight. Oh hell, got a stitcher for my pack count, looking dumb like.
Why you fuck around acting like you don't shoot? Till I turn my back, then you gon' bust too. Knew I should've never trust you. Now I'm dropping motherfuckers yelling, don't shoot.
No one's paying attention. We can go out as a team. Ain't nobody gotta shoot.
They can't hear you.
My bad. I was just saying what the song was. I think the version that we heard before was just Catalyst and Ray Stanza, and Jacob has been added since then. I didn't even recognize Jacob's voice at first. Maybe it's because he hasn't made any music in 8 months or less.
I don't know if it's still muted. Let us know if you can hear it.
It should not be.
Because they keep coming in, but I don't know if that's lag or not.
Maybe it's a slight delay. I'm just keep talking. Anyway, the main thing that I noticed about the song in general, Catalyst, your verse sounds fine and clear. Jacob's is okay. I would say like it needs a little bit more high mid EQ boost to pop up the clarity a little bit, but Ray's definitely is like heavy on the low end, and it made it hard to hear some of what he was saying over the loud beat. I'll just say loud beat. You know, it's a rage beat, and you guys are doing more of a rap song over it. You guys made it work. It's not necessarily a rage song, but you guys made the rapping work. But definitely Ray's voice is getting lost in the low end, so it needs more boost in the high end EQ, or just drop out some more of the low of the EQ. I'll let Bird speak to the off timing part of it, but that was really the main thing that I noted, was just like imbalance in the mix across the verses. Trouble making Ray's vocals fit in the beat. Yeah, Ray raps very delicately with lots of convoluted words. But Ray, I did like that Ray had a lot of variety in his delivery. It wasn't as predictable as some of his songs have become. Um, yeah, good overall. I don't know how much replayability this has, and I say that just because it feels longer than it actually is. I'd have to like give it some space and then come back and listen to it again. But it's okay on the first listen. I'd give it an 8.
Yeah. Here's what I'd say is I've never played Arc Raiders, but I get it. So as a concept, as an execution, I think you guys crushed it. Like, I fucking hate rage beats. I don't know shit about Arc, but I'm like, if I liked Arc, if I knew what it was, I think you guys understood the assignment and knocked it out of the fucking park. So I'll just say, all of you guys in your, I see the ad break, but you're all subscribers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Another reason to subscribe. Yeah, all you guys crushed. I actually, against my better judgment, liked it. There's just some things from a technical perspective where I'm like, man, this would be a fucking 10 for like this, meme song about Arc Raiders. It could be a 10. My thing was the quality of the vocal mix. Like that's crazy to hear Jacob mixed his own vocals, because I'm like, man, that quality sucks. Like, send it to Jacob, have him mix it. So I don't know what happened there, but I'm like, fuck. The Jacobs just sounded kind of like a lot of S's were coming through, a lot of like kind of staticky almost. And then Ray's, like Dice said, the low end was making it really hard to hear over that beat. And then there was that one fucking section right after the breakout. And I really liked the breakout. I was like, Ray is experimenting, doing different patterns, doing different like modes of delivery. Great. Keep doing that. The problem is, I don't know if you had too many words. I don't know if Catalyst was just struggling to figure out how to place the shit, but it came in too early and it kind of clobbers that section where it's like, oh yeah, like this is the hype part. And then you kind of have to hit it right in the right timing to make sure it naturally flows into the next section, right? From a breakout of the beat back into the beat. It didn't do that. So those are my big technical feedbacks, but I liked it a lot and I'll give it an 8. I'm a high 8. I'm like a fuck yes, please fix this. I probably wouldn't listen to it, but I think you'd have a lot of people that would.
Yeah, all the youths. Yeah, Jacob sounded like he was smoking a pack of Sully's cigarettes when he came in. I was like, who is that? Who's that young man on this?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It could be the beat. I don't know what all I know is my Pro Tools workflow, right? You set the tempo in the session and then everything lines up. So here could be the problem, and I'll just say this out loud because I've said it plenty of times and I don't know if this is the case, but if you have an MP3 and you import it in the session, there's like a few milliseconds of a gap that MP3s insert in the beginning of a file, and if you put the tempo at 83, there's always going to be, you got to realign it. Waves automatically line up how the producer designed it in their DAW. MP3s will never do that. You always got to remove the gap out of there to get the session lined up. So it could be that, and then when you got to add that drop in there, it just didn't look right, so you tried to fix it or something, and then it just got everything off beat. I don't know what it is, but that could happen if you're trying to work with an MP3 2-track instrumental and then time everything with like delays and all that other shit on top of it. So I don't know. I can only guess.
I mean, and it also could be one of those things where like maybe you just didn't give the beat enough room to breathe as you came back. So like you're rushing. I don't know how you delivered it. I don't know. Like
from my conversation with Ray, I think he just rapped over where like the beat already existed. Because the only other thing I can think of is it might just be a weird spot for a drop to be in the beat. Like sometimes you'll try to add a drop or the producer's added a drop and it just doesn't fit with the timing of the flow, and you just need to not do that. Not saying they did that intentionally, but
can we go back to that section again? I want to see if I can pinpoint like right where to come in.
think it was right here.
The way my crew be banging, bet it's bound to give you whiplash. Loot up in my safe spot, make off with the quick tag.
The beat came in too early.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Whiplash. Boom. Yeah, you have to have that whiplash word be there and then get that beat lined up correctly.
All right. Well, Sully just gifted a sub, but he says do the normal. So I'm gonna play Kuiper next.
Shout out, Sully. Thanks for giving Clayboo a sub. What's up, Clayboo? Say hi in the chat if you'd like.
Or just watch us from afar, like a creeper.
I like to watch.
Hold on, I had some stuff I wanted to talk about. Guys are getting me off track with this stupid music shit.
Yeah, we have a whole Sunday for music. Don't you want to just see us talk about nothing for a couple hours?
Question for you, D-Bird.
Yes.
What is an exotic animal that you think would taste the best if you had to slice it up, cook it, and eat it?
Bro, I barely like fish. But I'm going to say monkey. I'm going to say monkey.
Whoa, why is it our like closest relative? Like, why can't you get something that doesn't behave similar to humans?
I mean, I need, in order for it to taste the best, I need it to know what's going on. You know, I need to see the light in its eyes distinguish. I need to see the panic right before the moment of death. It makes the meat juicier. Monkey. What about you?
If that's not the most colonial answer I've ever heard, is like I want to watch the light flicker away out of its eyes before I cook and eat this creature.
Not saying I would. Like, I don't even like shellfish. So I'm a chicken guy through and through. In fact, I'll also say, like, I've been watching enough old Survivor. I don't think I could do make chicken myself. I couldn't chop the head, debone it. Like, no.
You can ring it around and then like just knock it out.
No, then I'm not eating it. Sorry.
I think if I had to pick an exotic animal, I think koalas would probably be fresh because they eat eucalyptus leaves. The only risk with koalas is the chlamydia. So maybe,
yeah, you want to eat an STD? What's up?
But I mean, don't other animals? I gotta imagine like STDs aren't just a koala and human thing and monkeys, right? Other animals probably have transmitted things, right? Maybe a giraffe. Maybe I'll stick with
koalas.
Giraffes.
Koalas fuck.
Maybe a giraffe. Giraffes could feed a whole village for a couple months, right? Got the long neck, got the strong, powerful legs. They eat trees and shit too.
That feels right.
Yeah.
Giraffe feels right.
Get a nice giraffe steak on your plate. Like Fred the
fucking
Flintstone.
Clubbed with that big old skull though. Trying to capture one of those fucks.
Hey man, I'm not asking how would you take down the animal. I'm just asking which one would you eat. Koalas gotta taste like straight. Why do you think a koala tastes like shit? All they eat is eucalyptus leaves. What do you mean?
Rogue Jepson redeemed D-Bird. Tell me what to text my friend. We should probably update.
Nah, it's perfect the way it is. I've told you this before. It's fine.
It bugs me so much.
That's why it's perfect. What to text my friend?
Rogue Jepson, text the hottest girl in your phone.
Oh,
subjective. God. So, could be 6, but if she's the hottest in your phone, that's the one. Text the hottest girl in your phone. I'm a little pee-pee boy. I pee-pee diaper. Mommy come clean? Send.
Yeah, we got to take this text thing off. Ruin some people's lives. What if the hottest person in his phone is a relative?
Also send.
Would you guys in the chat, would y'all be truthful and admit, like, if you had a hot relative, like, would y'all just be like, oh no, that's my cousin, it's my sister, she's not hot? Like, be honest. You got a hot relative, right?
I think it's universal, right? Perfect. Send us, show us the screenshot when you inevitably get a response.
What if it's the person that doesn't respond? What if he just sent it to like this person who just always leaves him on red or ghosts him? Cheating.
That is a strategy.
I don't like that strategy. Rogue Jepson, ship us your phone overnight. We'll text and then send it back.
Just as long as we're talking about, me ruining people's lives with females. One of the subscriber-only shows that we were kind of pitching back and forth, one of the additional pieces of content that we talked about was I would pick 3 members of the opposite sex for Dice to judge whether they're real people, whether they're women inmates, whether they're cartoon characters. I'm not sure. But I'd pick 3 women. We put them up on screen. We'd kind of talk about, Dice's preference to eliminate one, why he's going to eliminate it. Second round, you have 2 people to pick from. Then that's when I present 3 facts about each. Did somebody grow up inside of a tractor? Did somebody lose a leg in Vietnam? I don't know. But from those bits of information, Dice is going to have to whittle it down to one final woman. And that woman he is going to send a text message to or an Instagram DM. And then they'll date and fall in love. What do you guys think? Let us know in the chat.
Date and fall in love. Speaking of inmates, I stumbled upon my local county's mugshot list page on Facebook. And the idea popped in my head. Oh, what if I bail somebody out one day? And just like, I've seen this little, what do you call it? Content creator video where they bail out baddies and then they, interview them. So what if I did that? What if I find some local hot chick who's, booked on DUI, blew a breathalyzer and like, hey,
I can fix her.
Random black guy who bailed you out. I got to go to work in like 5 minutes, but what's up?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a great start to a long, healthy relationship.
And that's where I was like, no, it's not. Because I started scrolling through the mugshots and I'm like, these are people at some of their worst moments and nothing looked remotely like I should be trying to save these humans from whatever mess they got themselves into.
I'm going to be honest. I was kind of bullshitting with Kelsey this morning and I told her about that idea. And I was like, well, it's kind of fucked up because on one hand, like you don't want it to be real people because they didn't choose to be like, just dissected on a live stream. On the other hand, if I do like cartoon characters or historical figures, then you can't like actually send them any messages. So then that's when we landed on inmates. And she's like, her first response was like, are you really trying to get your friend Dice like ruin his life? Are you really trying to ruin your friend Dice's life? Do you know he's gonna fall in love with one of these chicks and it's just gonna be a nightmare?
Oh, I'm a love bomber. I was like, oh, 2 hours, I love you, girl. So like a 2-hour conversation. Oh yeah, I'm in love.
Oh yeah.
But no, I scrolled through the local Denton County mugshots and I was like, there was like one. And this is guys and girls. There was like one decent looking person. And then somebody had made like the AI video of like, oh, she's flying off with feathers and all this shit. And, of course they got all the comments. Everybody else is just like, whoa, don't want to be anywhere near this person. Rogue Jepson wants you to ruin his life. Maybe we do this for Rogue. Maybe we find potential suitors for Rogue. And it's like, hey, Rogue, you have to message this person and see if they respond.
It's not the worst idea that I've ever had.
It probably is. It's probably one of the worst ideas we've had. All right. What are we doing now? Oh, yeah. We talked about giraffe meat. I heard a couple people say... What did you guys say? What was y'all's exotic animal that y'all would eat? What did you say again, Bird? You said...
I said monkey.
Monkey?
I don't want to switch to giraffe now, though.
Yeah, I think giraffe is a safe bet. Get a nice giraffe steak.
Yeah, fuck it.
All right. What do we got? Some more crap in here. What did I say I was going to do next? Kuiper? Oh, yeah. It is the season of the Kuiper. Here is Shred. Ooh, kangaroo sounds delicious. Hold on. I gotta ask, Sully, which part of the kangaroo you eating first? Like steak, a rib, the pouch, the tail? Like which part of the kangaroo is the most succulent and exotic for you? Kangaroo pocket. I gotta feel like that's gonna be like rubbery, like cartilage. I don't think it's very hearty to eat. I don't know. Joey, the little fetus. What up, Swagly?
Every time I bite my tongue, it just falls out of turn to dusty rubble. Smoke fill my lungs. Now it's my energy. I'm so defective and complete. No, I can't face my enemy. I thought that I just wouldn't bleed, but I can. And they waste a tear. While I'm trapped in torment with you resting here. I'm still wide awake. Saw enemy, let you rip me all apart. Just can't heal from this. Leave me severed in hopes all of this would end. Make my head spin, but an act they can't forgive. In my revenge, just slowly ride, and they'll find my body right where you are. You doubt it, but it's all gone now. Did you paint the walls? 'Cause I cry out that I'm shutting down. 'Cause my head's so loud, your voice fills the void. I'm collapsing down. Every time I bite my tongue, it just falls out of turn to dusty rubble. Smoke fill my lungs. Now it's my energy. I'm so defective and complete. No, I can't face my enemy. I thought that I just wouldn't bleed, but I can. And they waste a tear. While I'm trapped in torment with you resting here. I'm still wide awake. Saw enemy, let you rip me all apart. Just can't heal from this. Leave me severed in hopes all of this would end. Make my head spin, but an act they can't forgive. Saw enemy, let you rip me all apart. Just can't heal from this. Leave me severed in hopes all of this would end. Make my head spin, but an act they can't forgive.
All right, that was Kuiper with Shred. I like this. My comment is at 1 minute in, and then everywhere else that drums were present, it made it harder to hear your vocals because your vocals were competing with the power of the drums. Was this like a 2-track instrumental, or was this an instrumental that you had like the tracked out version to? Because there's a couple of different ways you could approach it. You know, if you just have the instruments, you could lower the drums a little bit. The main thing that I was going to say, which is homework for everybody, if you're out there and you're so damn adamant on mixing yourself tracked out, yeah, lower the drums, because the drums are definitely impacting the ability to hear you with their level of compression. But what I was going to say in general to everybody is if you do struggle to find clarity in your mixes and you just refuse to have other people mix for you, practice using 2 compressors and practice trying to get them both to hit about 5 decibels a gain. They should all meter at about 5. That way you're not having one compressor do all of the work. You have a couple of compressors, and that should help with your clarity if you're using the compressor correctly. But yeah, if you have the tracked out, then the drums are what's overpowering you. I like the song overall. As usual, you have a good tone. One thing that I did start to notice towards the end of this is not that you dialed it in necessarily, but like, I don't know, the way you sing is more kind of like just vocal project, outright singing. Sometimes I wish instead of just doing background screaming vocals that you would like lean in a little bit more to actually trying to sing rather than just kind of wailing is how I would paraphrase it, even though it's not really wailing. And it felt like towards the end of this, like you lost a little bit of quote unquote steam, but the overall sound was still there. So I'll give this an 8.5.
Yeah. Look, this was great. I did like the production. I liked the vocals. Like, he has this very like Blink 182-esque aura. The most Brazilian Blink 182 I've ever heard. Clever lyrics. I'm just a fan. I think that this one for me didn't feel like I didn't necessarily feel like there were any technical parts on the mix that I could pick out that I struggled with. To me, there was just this one part in the guitar. There was just one tone that felt a little off, and because it was kind of looping, it like continuously came back. So I'm not even fully mad at the guitar or the beat. It was just this one fucking note that I was like, I just wish that wasn't that one. So for that reason, I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay.
Look, I mean, it is what it is. The guitar, it's
always the guitar with Kuiper. It's always something with the guitar is always like competing with the whole song itself.
Yeah. And look, notice this time I didn't say like the whole thing fucking sucks, throw it in the trash. I can't play guitar, and that's why I don't do it. But also, like, the very first couple of songs you submitted to us, I was like, when's the last time you tuned this thing? You know what I mean? I don't know why the tones are so off. This one wasn't that. Like, I would say overall, it was a good melody. It flowed very nicely. There's just one fucking tone, one chord that just felt a little out of place in progression.
I was browsing on what was it, Sweetwater or Guitar Center, one of their websites, and then I saw like this automatic guitar tuner, and then I saw like lots of comments in it. So of course, me being the internet creeper that I am, I was like, oh, what are people saying? And it's just like all the guitar purists like shitting on, oh, this is, if you can't even tune a guitar by ear, you shouldn't have a guitar, and this is blasphemy. It's like, it just made me laugh, and then I thought about buying one and a guitar, and then I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah. I'm glad you didn't either.
I could play the guitar for Kuiper.
We'll see who gets better first.
Can't be any
kidding,
worse. Can't be any worse. Huh? All right. Catalyst posted this one, but he said that I posted it. I'm going to let Bird weigh in on if he's going to allow that track with me and Catalyst on it. Allow it or disallow it.
Whatever, man. I don't care. Do it.
Bird doesn't care. Here's Catalyst.
I'm just here.
And me. I don't know when I recorded it. Was this yesterday or was it the day before? Here's Don't Stop.
Why? Every time you play something, am I muted?
No.
Oh, shit. Every time you play something, it sounds like it's playing from your speakers. I just won't comment on the quality.
Push it to the limit, going ham, don't stop. I've been working, that's for certain. I've been writing checks in cursive. Never been the one to back down from these feelings. That's my purpose. Call it courage. On the surface looking in, always been the one who pushes till they win. Then I double up, cause one is not enough. We not the same, I run it up. You play my game, then eat my dust. You out of luck. a winner. That shit's all up in my blood. Cuban link, that's for dinner. Made that gold up out of mud. All y'all stink, I'm a swimmer. Bring that heat and let it simmer. Dash about my fucking way while I deliver.
Every time I come around, my baby saying don't stop. Every time I ride around, haters saying don't drop. Feeling me the way I am, love me back, don't chop. Push it to the limit, going ham, don't stop. What's up, hater? How you love it? I got plenty you can get. Catch me chilling out in public with a thick Latina chick. I know you sick, I know you wish that I would fall and I would slip, but everything I touch, I crush it, baby. Ballin' like a bitch. Look up to who? Never, I'm too clever, I'm untouchable. Eating fine dining while you snacking on a Lunchable. I've been in the gym, I'm getting slim, I'm uppercutting fools. Come around my way and all I say is your face punchable. Ooh, I'm the reason they stay checking on the calls though. Homie looking for me like I'm really Where's Waldo. Talking up a game, changing names, she a fiend, bro. Asking do I know her, must be crazy, what you mean, ho? Every time I come around, my baby saying don't stop. Every time I ride around, haters saying don't drop. Feeling me the way I am, love me back, don't chop. Push it to the limit, going ham, don't stop. Every time I come around, my baby saying, every time I ride around, haters saying, feeling me the way I am, love me back, don't chop. Push it to the limit, going ham, don't stop.
All right, it's Don't Stop by Catalyst featuring me, or not featuring, I don't know. What do you think?
Just say what you want to say. It's me featuring Catalyst.
No, he was in the lounge. I think this was yesterday. Or no, it was the day before. He was in the lounge and he was like, who wants to do a song? And I was like, I'm free.
God damn it. I always miss this, but I would have never gotten this done in time. I love that beat. That beat makes me feel like all is right. That beat is the blanket that tucks me in at night. That beat is my long lost grandmother who died when I was 14, but used to really appreciate the thank you notes. I love it. I love it. Did you do that beat? Let us know.
No, David Arcade, we just went through like 4 or 5 beats and then we came down to 2 and we picked that one. But Catalyst found that beat.
Okay, well, I'm going to write that down and I'm going to find that beat myself and do my own song to it. Nah. David Arcade. Done. All right. So aside from stealing your beat, that was sick. I liked, Biddy Gang, Tongue Hero Biddy Gang. I liked Catalyst's tone. I like his rapping on it. I think his delivery was probably one of the strongest that I've heard from him. Like he's just felt so comfortable and in his zone. I think that there was a part of me at the very end where I was like, it feels like he's adopting a bit more of a Southern accent just because the beat's Southern and you're Southern. But I thought it worked well. And Dice, smooth as fuck. Chorus is catchy. No complaints. I loved the bits of ear candy throughout as well. I'm going to give that 9.5.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say my reservation going into it was like, what version of Catalyst am I going to get? Am I going to get the confident guy where he's like, I wrote this verse and I'm going to knock it out of the park? Or is it like, he kind of freestyled it on the spot and then, some parts of the flow weren't as crisp as others and he did his thing on it. And I was super pleased to put some words upon the beat alongside him. So I think it turned out well.
Yeah, good feat. What a feat. What's up, Cyclone? Hello.
All right. Tongue Hero says, run my shit.
Run it. Run them jewels fast. Run them jewels fast.
I just got to find it.
Wicked.
Here it is.
Streamlabs says Red Loves Python also gifted a sub. Shout the fuck out.
God damn it. So much
hype
for the talk show that we planned.
Fuck our talks. We only talk because we had no music to do. It's like you're out at a date and you already ordered food and you're like, well, now I don't know what to say. You are 15 years older than me. Your favorite show is MASH, and you have gray boob hairs. You have hair coming out of your boobs that's gray. Nothing else to say.
I'll say it. I feel like adults in the 30 to 50 range these days look way hotter than adults in the 30 to 50 range when we were kids. I don't know what, red 40 and blue 30 did to our hormones and our cells in our bodies, but older chicks nowadays look way hotter than when we were kids. I'm telling all this to the young kids, like the Sullys and the Kuipers and everything. You guys got it lucky. Like,
you lucked out.
We weren't fucking teachers when we were kids. We were like, Mrs. Matherson? No. God.
She looks like a skeleton.
Her?
Yeah.
Fuck the teacher? What? That was an insane thought. That if you heard somebody fuck the teacher, it was like some perverted PE coach who was preying on young girls. It wasn't like, damn, my math teacher is hot, I need after school lessons. That was just like a fantasy that you heard about in the VHS porno tapes. Nowadays, it's like, oh shit, I might want to actually bone these teachers.
Dude, I think you're onto something about that, red 40 or whatever. Because like, if you look at it, all of the teenagers look like fucking 50-year-olds. You know what I mean? Like all the photos from the 80s, the 70s and 80s, like, this 20-year-old is actually 65. I don't get it.
Yeah.
So
I'm just going to say, I know some people who were or are teachers, and kids are lucky. Kids are lucky these days. All right. DJ Tongue Hero said, play my shit, run my shit. I don't care about Catalyst and Dice. I don't care about Kai Pity Gang Time. Here is Like Me. All right, hold on. I've got people demanding full screen. I got you. I see the fucking chat. Okay, whatever. Let me make sure I can do it properly. Move this shit over here. Hold on, let me hide this. Do this. All right. DJ Tongue Hero, Like Me. Playing it.
DJ Tongue Hero.
This is it. Exhale Music
Doing that
Production.
shit like me, who really do it like me. Known to pull chicken, smell like GG. Turn, sniff, smile when they walk by me. Gotta ask, who really doing that shit like me? I got a whole gang too. You ain't getting lit, baby, that's on you. Tongue Hero Titty Gang in a town near you, you know. Who really doing that shit like me? She wanna be like me. Heard I drink good drinks and I smoke bomb weed. Get a bit of money, be a leader like me. Who really doing that shit like me? DJ Tongue Hero. Doing that shit like DJ Tongue Hero. No, doing that shit like DJ Tongue Hero. Doing that shit like DJ Tongue Hero. Baby girl, have you ever been past the moon? Probably not. 99.5% chance to find your nasty spot. Say you a high class lady, not a nasty thought. Okay, but was he looking that slit like me? Cause I can guarantee a change up. Every day different like the weather or your makeup. Both looking beautiful like feelings you can't fake love. Now wait, who got you keeping it P like me? Cause I can guarantee you didn't. You already with me, say you coming in a minute. It ain't nothing to me, all I had to do was look it now, girl. Who really doing that shit like DJ Tongue Hero? Doing that shit like DJ Tongue Hero. Doing that shit like DJ Tongue Hero. Doing that shit like DJ Tongue Hero. Lights, cameras, a whole lot of action. Digital crowd scream, Tongue Hero is snapping. Do it for the smiles, but I make it for impact. The legend in the lick, and now who's doing that shit like me? We just want the world to get licked and have a good time while we dropping these hits. Tongue Hero, Titty Gang, yeah, you know what it is. You might lick, but you ain't cool if you ain't doing that shit like DJ Tongue Hero. 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 Doing that
banger every week. DJ Tongue Hero.
Okay, that was DJ Tongue Hero, Like Me. I gotta admit, D-Bird, the excessive tongues is starting to make me a little uncomfortable.
Starting
To, because like this video and the last video, a little crazy. What was it? The Clayton. What was his homeboy's name that we watched?
Clayton Creamer.
Yeah, Clayton. His one. This one, Jump. That one was crazy. The tongue action in this one was crazy. Good song. So, DJ Tongue Hero, you have a good knack for like finding these funky beats and finding like a good melody and a good swing to it. The thing that I was thinking throughout this is that like you make a lot of songs that sound like rough demos for Thundercat, like where you like take a melody and you like really embody like the singing aspect, the background vocals and everything like it. The only thing that's really missing is like the flavor in your delivery. Like sometimes it just feels a little bit like flatline, like you're kind of just sitting there reading rather than like really like expressing to me the things that you were saying. I think the first half it was okay. It was like towards the end where it just kind of felt like after the change up, it just kind of felt like, okay, well now he's just reading to me off the piece of paper. But I remember that when we were giving advice on Sunday, I'm assuming that this is the track that you said you were in the process of making and that you made some, fine-tuned changes to. One thing that I did want to point out, I did notice that like the lines were a lot less tricky in delivery. Just going back and circling back to that when we talk about like, hey guys, words really matter. Like when you change words up, it helps you to express things like this. There was one part that I wanted to highlight for you.
Guarantee a change up. Every day different like the weather or your makeup. Both looking beautiful.
Both looking beautiful. Like when you say beautiful, there's beautiful. That's 3 syllables that you rushed in there real quick. Both looking good. Say something that's 1 syllable that way. Both looking good. That way you can like good. You can get some flavor out of it rather than saying beautiful. And then you got to go into the next line. Like those kind of like small little differences. Like when you get towards the end here, like this part at the end, it just felt like, okay, well, he kind of like flatlined on me because he's not as expressive as he was in the front line. But like those things build up over time because you're killing all of your breath control in the beginning, hitting these deliveries, and then you're kind of like exhausted, like, okay, I got to finish this shit. And you're kind of like mentally you're dialing it in is what I'm saying. You may not like feel it, but like mentally I know like you got to hit all of these parts in the song. You get towards the end, you're like, okay, let me get this take in. And it kind of like, it becomes, whatever the word is where you get like worn out, that shit. So that's all. But like conceptually you have great songs. So just the delivery that always kind of like, sometimes I want a little bit more out of. Where this sits right now, I'd give it 7.5, 8. But if you had the perfect delivery on this would be a 10, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I think, fuck, man, we got to start clipping this shit because like, it's such a small thing. It's such a nuanced thing, but it's so important, right? Like word choice matters so fucking much for all those reasons. And I think that's maybe why sometimes the freestyles don't just hit like they should. Like even if you have the timing perfect, maybe the way you're saying it isn't as impactful as if you know what word is coming up next, right? And there are just some fucking freaks who got bit by a spider, and next thing you know, they can just confidently say whatever the fuck comes to their head. It rhymes, it's on time, and it's strongly delivered. And even then, I'm like, I wish you would have written this out. Regardless, I digress. I love it. I love the vibe. I love the video. I think it's fun. And I think that everything Dice said, I would agree with. The flavor, like it just felt a little bit like the delivery wasn't all the way right. You're still getting comfortable. And the only other thing I'd mention, and this is like, I love your AI videos. I love how crazy and outlandish they are. I think having a visual with your music nowadays is super smart. Your branding's on point times 1,000. One thing I just wanted to kind of bring up to think about as a group. I'd be curious your take, Dice. Is it kind of feels like the tides are turning against AI a little bit? You know what I mean? Like, this is so well done. You can see the effort, and like, nothing against this video in particular. But also, like, it just kind of feels like where we're at in November of 2025. Like, AI was fucking everything. It's hot. Everyone's, doing Stephen Hawking, jumping off of the ropes in WWF. And then it seemed like people just kind of lost interest. And now it almost seems like it's a bit of a reversal. Like, people are like, oh, AI, gross. So I wonder if that's something that we need to be cautious about, I don't know, 6 months from now,
I don't know how it's going to impact the music video space quite yet. I don't think people have gotten to that level of scrutiny. I will say, just from my observation, like, looking at this video, people can kind of dissect, like, okay, he's using AI to present this outlandish song that he's created. And really the only thing that you can do beyond that is pay an actual artist an obscene amount of money to like hand draw or digitize this thing. So I think people would see this and they'll be like, okay, I get it. DJ Tongue Hero, there's this whole like theme behind it. He's just using AI to kind of formulate these visuals. Outside of that though, definitely like heavy scrutiny on like, why are you using AI? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Definitely people are hesitant on it. And, I know from a song perspective, a lot of people are just flat out against it. People don't like it. Some people don't understand it, but they don't like it. But from a video perspective, usually when you see AI incorporated in video, it's like we had one guy who submitted a video where it's like them actually in the video, but then they did like AI elements, like turning a cup into like a big puddle of ooze or whatever. I forgot who they were, but it was really, really well done. But it was like mixed with live action. I don't think we've seen like, I know I've seen like Riff Raff, but I don't think we've seen a truly major artist like go all in on like an AI video. So I don't know how it's going to impact the music video space, but I do know what you mean as far as like people kind of reverse coursing, like, okay, hey, this was fun. I can make these stupid little videos at first, but now it's starting to impact my art that I know and love. And people are kind of like, what is going on here?
Word. Be interesting to see how it shakes out.
Sully had a question. How do you
really, did I give it a rating? I'll give it an 8.
No, you didn't. Yeah, 8. Yeah, I think I'm at 8 too. But definitely it's a 10 track. Like if it's polished DJ Tongue Hero, it's 10.
Yeah.
So tell you what I tell everybody else. Do better.
Do better.
All right. Yeah, we're reviewing tracks in between bantering. Sully asked a question. How do you overcome the issue of trying to outdo your last song and not succeeding? The last 2 months, my songwriting has been at a low because I don't think I can make a song as good as the ones that came before. Who wants to go first, Bird? You or me?
I'll give a really quick answer. Don't have a fucking ego about your music.
Ooh,
big brain
bitch.
ego, boy. Kidding. Look, I think, artists, as an artist, I've struggled with, writing or getting inspired to do music from time to time. It happens. I think there's just natural lulls that happen for many different reasons. I think you shouldn't view your own music as, like you're putting the wrong emphasis out there, right? You should make music because you want to, because it's fun, putting all that pressure on yourself of like, this is the best thing ever. Why would I ever attempt? I'm never going to get there again. Like, that's just too much pressure. So I would say real advice is find something that inspires you, right? One time I was in a lull, and then my girlfriend at the time, her friend came up from Colorado, was a total fucking bitch, complete hippie, and just smelled, was rude, just kind of the worst person I've ever met. And that's what inspired me to start writing a rap song again. In my little phone, I just immediately went to writing a diss about how she's a smelly hippie. So anything can inspire you. I think that's the answer, is find something that inspires you. Is it Little Caesars? Is it, Germany, the Autobahn, going fast in a car? That's what Germany's known for. So find something to inspire you.
Is it a schnitzel? You just name everything German that we know.
Lederhosen. Lederhosen.
How do I overcome my last song was so great, next one? The last song is the last song, right? And sure, there are moments like I had that with my last album. I was like, how do I make an album better than I Hate It Here? I don't know that you do. I think you just start from a clean canvas every single time. When you start trying to chase the... Let me back up. If you start trying to chase outdoing your previous work, you're basically becoming a drug addict in a musical sense. You're chasing a high. You're chasing a feeling and you're going to just like crash out and relapse at some point. So you can't chase the high. You have to basically say clean slate every single song, every single lyric that you write, because there is no better than my last song. What if you just made your best song ever and it was the third song you ever made? But if you constantly mentally chase that, you're going to wreck your brain. You just have to just and that's the bullshit that people tell me in the lounge all the time. Oh, music should be fun. I want to have fun with music. I treat music like a fucking business. I'm not speaking for Bird or anybody else. I treat this like a fucking business. This is my second job. Like, my work is literally right over there. I wheel my fucking self over here, and this is my second job. Like, White Collar Rhymes and Paradise is a brand that I treat like a job. So when I sit down and I make a music, I'm like, okay, what do I do? What am I doing to make this better on the next time? But I'm not trying to outdo what I've already done. So better to me is a process. It's improving your process, your workflow, not trying to be better than your last piece of work that you created. Like, how can I make songs more efficiently? How can I make songs sound better? How can I make my songs reach more people? Those are the things that you should be thinking about, not is this song going to be better than the song I made 2 weeks ago? Because if you're chasing that, I feel like you're chasing the wrong goals, because you people always tell me have fun. And if you're having fun, you're not trying to outdo your previous work. You're just working.
Yeah. It's too macro. Gotta set goals for yourself. Like you said, what are you going to be working on this song? Right.
All right. Long-winded answer. Back to the music. Noir. JID beat. False Idols.
How many we got left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. I've got a hungry girlfriend. So we'll give you all of our feedbacks, and I will not go on tangents about eating giraffes.
All right. No more giraffe steaks, guys. We're all serious, all business here. After this, we'll play Kuiper because you tipped, gifted, whatever the fuck it is that you did. Here's False Idols by Noir.
What up, psycho parasite? Also a RB dweller. Giraffe eating music.
Can hunt a giraffe to this one. Speaking of giraffe hunting, this guy's Cash App name is I Punch Giraffes.
Yeah. Send your money there. Hear that, Noir? Fuck your giraffe. This guy punches them.
I think I got it. All right, that was Noir with False Idols. Always super consistent quality work from Noir. I like this beat. If I was actually going to use it, I would probably use a little bit less of the actual vocal sample, unless it like strategically worked in the hook or the verses somewhere. But just from a like listenability standpoint, it does add value. It does add context to it. But just from an artistic standpoint, if I was going to do something on it, I'd probably like take it out in some sections. But overall, I still like it from a listen. I'd give this a 9.
Yeah, here's where I'm at. Full transparency, all my cards on the table. Oh, is it a flush or is it just a bunch of random numbers? I don't know. Here's where I'm at. It is well done. All of the things work together. There is a market for this. It's not me. I just don't like it. And I think it's, for me, just the spirit of it feels a little goofy. Like, it does remind me of like tromping through a zoo and like trying to I don't know, capture a fucking giraffe with a oversized butterfly net. I don't know why. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just kind of goofy feeling to me. So I'd give it a subjective 8 of how it made me feel, and an objective 9 because it's like well done, well crafted.
Bird doesn't like the beats with like tribal sounds in them.
Hey, I didn't say all that.
Hey. Too much ethnicity in it.
I didn't say all that.
Okay.
I didn't say all that.
All right. Kuiper, very experimental track. Prepare for my drums. You won't be a fan, but it's meant to be a unique token song for my album. I think you're just playing this to get the glaze in the chat, but I'm okay with that. Here's Maggots by Kuiper.
I scream and shout. Feels like there's maggots in my head. You here to dig them out. I fear I wasted all my time and nothing's working out. Cause I thought I'd make it past this, but there's something wrong. And you swear you're still attached, but I know you're not. Let's hope I end it all. Shout. Feels like there's maggots in my head. I fear I wasted all my time and nothing's working out. No, nothing's working out. I should've knew it from the start. I get so mad I stomp. I scream and shout. Feels like there's maggots in my head. You here to dig them out. I fear I wasted all my time and nothing's working out. Cause I thought I'd make it past this, but there's something wrong. And you swear you're still attached, but I know you're not. Let's hope I end it all. I wish you'd break me out of this sometimes. So when I'm free I'll never leave your mind. So if I fall out that you're here to catch me before I plummet and lose my mind. I should've knew it from the start. I get so mad I stomp. I scream and shout. Feels like there's maggots in my head. You here to dig them out. I fear I wasted all my time and nothing's working out. Cause I thought I'd make it past this, but there's something wrong. And you swear you're still attached, but I know you're not. Let's hope I end it all.
Alright, that was Kuiper with Maggots. It's not that I don't like the drums, and the guitar again is just some hapless strumming. I don't feel like the melodies of the song match the instrumentation. Like, I feel like you're harmonizing pretty well, but the beat is just like, give me some rock anthem-ish type, slight screams, alternative rock vibes. Like, and I think that's probably the struggle with some of your songs that I hear, where it's like, we hate the beat, but we like your vocals. It's like, you're always like super melodic, but the song is, the instrumentation itself is like more just alternative punk rock. And not all the time do those things necessarily marry well the way that you contrive them. Like, you do a good job with your harmonies and your melodies, but I don't think it really worked for the instrumentation that you did it on top of. It just feels like you're singing to a whole different beat. It fits, but I don't enjoy it. I give this a 6.
That's where I'm at too. Holistically unpleasant to listen to. How about that? Infuriating. Great vocals, clear, professional sounding vocals with random cacophony of sounds happening around it. I have never felt more objectively furious in my life. I mean, this is the shit we give you shit for. And it feels like this was directed at us. It feels like you did this to us rather than did this for us. I'm at a 6.
Yeah. Don't be nervous, Linux. You're up next. Action.
It kind of feels like you could take those vocals and do anything else around them. You know what I mean? Like, anything else could have been a 7.
Yeah, like, find a better beat.
The only reason it's a 6 is because the fucking vocals are so good.
All right. Here is Linux and Action Figure. Action Figure first, Linux second. Benoit Bowflex. Oof. Tough topic there. Shout out to Chris Benoit. Is that okay to say? Shout out to his family. No, I'm losing it. I'm pressing play.
Act low shit. I just came to fucking rap, my nigga. Hey yo, if we picking teams, none of you MCs will make the cut. I'm signing vinyl deals on the wake up, all before my breakfast blunt. I'm thinking about lunch, got niggas investing off a hunch. A nigga like me only comes around once. I feel like the black Superman, I'm above the law. Might kill a nigga, then get a tribute show on Raw. Bart gun in the bra for all you niggas brash y'all. Made a nigga throw up off the mandible claw. Body bags wrapped up like Benoit on the boat flex. You rappers need Kotex, this whole year was a light flex. In my circle there's no room for second best. None of my niggas ride the bench. I let the booth with a foul stench. I'm the nigga these niggas pay homage to. R.I.P. Sabu. These niggas thought shit was concrete, now they caribou. And they hate I'm the nigga they compare to. I'm a prophet, seen it all before, none of this shit is new.
Figured, yo, it's kinda crazy how I went from flipping OZs and splitting proceeds to growing trees with no seeds. Spanish hoes with gold teeth, leaned over OD and from coke sprees. Eyes rolling, convulsing nosebleeds. But yo, it's crazy how I still play it low key. I'll stab you to death, homie, you don't know me. Even my parolee know what the fucking deal is. Cats is acting stressed. I'm back slapping faggots, trust me, I've scrapped for less. My last bitch came from a crazy family, like she was raised in Amity. On verses, I drown more kids than Casey Anthony. Just play my tape, you bastard, don't give daps to me. You just another bitch who raps like Rhapsody. You ain't from a rap city, picture you rapping with me. That shit is blasphemy. This non-fiction bitch, black helicopters tracking me. Yeah, in school I was killing my teachers like faculty. Twin Max, my G shooting back to back with me. You're whack in actuality. Me in action cracking up those raps, I'm matching your reality. Don't match with me.
Yeah, Benoit Bowflex. Yeah, yo, this rap shit don't work out. I'm fucking hanging myself from a weight machine.
Benoit Bowflex is still a crazy name. Is there more rapping on this? No, that's it with the rap. I don't even know that. All right, that was Benoit Bowflex by Action Figure and Linux. R.I.P. Lux would fit in well with you guys. That's who Action. He's a RP Lux is somebody else on our server, but he basically does this every single track. Not as good as you guys think. I think you guys sound a little bit more polished. Definitely heavy lyric. It definitely, and I say this with all due respect, it definitely sounds like forum rappers transitioning to making music. Take from that what you will, but what I mean by that is that if this is your style, like, make sure you polish it and you make it sound less like you're overemphasizing the punchline so much. Because what I noticed from a lot of forum rappers who stayed like sticking with the writing shit and just posting lyrics online is like, you're so used to looking at the lines that that's all that your mind can like process. Joe Boston always had this problem. He's like, every line that he wrote was set up punchline, set up punchline, set up punchline. And sometimes making a song isn't always about the punchline. Sometimes it's about the theme, the feeling, the emotion. And I would just caution you as you continue on your musical journey, if you want to be a punchline rapper, just make sure you have the most charisma. Be like West Side Gun. Just be like super fucking like charismatic that people are just going to listen to every punchline and be wowed by it, no matter how simplistic it is. If you're just truly trying to be like a general artist, like, take a step back and don't feel like you have to set up punchline every fucking other line, and just tell us what's going on in your mind sometimes. That's the only thing I'll say. Other than that, I think, you know, it does feel dated, but there's like a pocket for people who love the lyrical rap of this nature. I give this a 7.5. Too long of an outro.
I think Psycho Parasite in the chat, shout out XM, put it best. Kind of like Dice said, it does feel like an 06 RB audio track, right? And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I enjoy those lyric heavy, punchline heavy songs. I do think that the big kind of thing, the big kind of feedback here that I get just first impression wise is you guys sound polished. You're good writers. I like the punchlines, killing kids like Casey Anthony. You know, it just like, I wish there was a bit more structure. You know what I mean? Like Rip Lux, Joe Boston, like all of these folks that kind of transitioned from like, I write and, you know, you are used to writing punchlines in the forums and you transition that into audio. Well, how do you make a hook? You know what I mean? So they're like, fucking, I don't know what to do with this. So, you know, that's where you just have these random spaces come up, or you have these random vocal samples, right? You have these random like, oh, here's a newscaster saying something weird before the next guy comes in. This is the only song I've heard from you. But like, it didn't seem like there was as much like thought put into making it a song as it is like, I have this written down. Let me just find wherever on this instrumental to put it, and then job done, you know, hence the long outro, hence the random space in between, you know, some of the sections.
Yeah. No hook.
Yeah. So I think that, you know, just starting out on music, totally fine. For what it's worth, I thought you guys were very strong. The delivery was good. The writing's there. Now it's just about figuring out how to use the structure. So I would say, like, for most beats, like, you can even find on YouTube the sections that say, this is where the verse goes. This is where the chorus goes. I fucking hate them. But I think, you know, maybe that's a good start. Or, you know, even the, you can generally tell when first 4 to 8 bars, that's usually the outro. If it's any longer, it's too long. Then you have traditionally in most songs, a 16, you have 16 lines to get your punchlines out. And then when the most amount of layers are happening, the most amount of shit is happening in the beat, that's typically the chorus for probably 8 lines. And then you go back to your 16 again. That's the traditional basic 4/4 beat structure. Obviously, there's a million different ways to cut it, a million different ways to do songs. I think just starting out that way of like, all right, here's my verse, 16 bars. Let's not just put whatever I have in my notepad onto this and then have it end whenever the words are done. I think that's the next journey, and maybe we can talk more about it on Discord.
Yeah, word. I like Swag Lean's advice, saying bitch 60 times. It's the formula.
That's one way to do it too. Absolutely.
All right, but yeah, man. I will say, you know, from people who forum transition of music, you guys definitely seem like you're more polished in you're confident in your delivery. I don't hear like the struggle of like fitting in too many words and all the other stuff. You guys sound polished, just like Bird said. It's the song structure that you'll have to evolve into. Ray Stans, I recall R.I.P. Lux saying he was on forums, but I don't know what forums he was on. There were so many.
He's
of
on
them.
Rap Battles. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he was on there.
Seen him running around on RB.
Okay. All right. Next up, the Fallen.
I give it an 8. I don't think I gave it a number. 8.
Oh.
Fallen Dove. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Real performative males listen to Swag Lean. Whatever. All right. The Fallen Dove, To the Moon, track 3 beat. And then we got 2 more after this. Then Bird can go appease his hungry girlfriend.
He gets mad when she's not fed.
I'm hangry. Sorry, Kelsey.
He'll never watch this show.
That's what we're here for. That's all we do is give honest criticism. We don't know how to just fluff it to keep people watching us. Is that a xylophone?
Shout out, man. Hey, we'll be at it Sunday again, so feel free. Get in early before the queue fills up.
I think I got it. XM, we said you were too mean because you told AD Rocky that like the reason somebody assaulted him was because his grandma. You said some foul shit. You know it. We talked about this. Anyway, to this beat in particular, I like the arrangement of it. I feel like some of the sound selection makes it feel less advanced. It doesn't feel quite novice, but it definitely feels like the sound selection is, there's no sound engineering going on, is what I should say. It's more like I have these sounds in a folder, drag, drop, arrange them. It's not, I have these sounds in a folder, let me tweak this sound, let me distort it, let me extend it, let me shorten it. There's no sound engineering in the sound selection, is what I've picking up on in this. And maybe there's a little bit of tweaks here and there, but it's not like true, like I'm going to totally morph this drum into a reverse drum, but it still hits like a regular 808. There's nothing of that nature going on. So in that terms, it's not that the arrangement is novice. It just feels like very basic in how you place the sounds. I give it a 6.5.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same place. It feels like everything was just too loud from a master perspective. The progression of the sounds felt a little regular. I don't know. The song selection, sound selection, yeah, I'm with Dice. I think give it a 6.5. It's not terrible though.
Just watching XM have a regular conversation is comedy in itself. I don't know my Discord name. It should just be XM.
If only Discord allowed you to just be whatever you want.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Today it's gonna be XM.
All right. Here's Sully. Oh wait, please play this last. Nah, Swag Lean's last. We're closing out with Swag Lean. Here's Sully. I Broke My Watch featuring Unit.
It's been 24 days, 24 hours, 24 seconds since you've been on my mind. My watch broke and I can't tell the time. Yeah, how long till you are mine? Whipped cream on your chocolate sundae. Your free time falls on Mondays. I hope this ain't a one way. I'm lovesick on the runway. Home. Hey, sorry, what's the time? I broke my watch.
It's hard to know when time has passed, but easy cause my heart beats fast. Whenever you're inside the room, when you're not there it's slow and cool. I just can't stop thinking about if you would feel the same way. And if we both have the same ideas, mine with the same brainwave. I know that you're too good for me, but maybe I could try. If I tried real hard to make our love feel like
home.
All right, Bird, that was I Broke My Watch by Sully and Unit.
Wow. Shorty but a goodie, huh? Yeah. I like this. I think that I'm a big fan of the beat, the jazzy feel. I think you guys both took a good approach for it. My thing was, it just felt like right off the bat, Unit's verse, I was like, oh, fuck. Like, it just sounds like the quality's a little off. And I would say for both of you guys, it just felt like there was maybe a little bit too much reverb. That being said, like, I think this is worth being made into a real track instead of just an interlude. I like the way you guys played off of each other. And yeah, the way that, you know, Unit kind of set it up for you to bring it on home. Yeah. Like the chat's demanding it. Make it longer and just some tweaks on the mix. I'm going to give this one an 8. Smiley 8.
I don't know if it necessarily needs to be longer, but my thought is if you're going to have kind of like a drumless beat with more of a spoken word approach, I think the ad-libs need to either be turned down drastically or removed. It felt like too much vocal clutter, especially on yours, Sully. Units wasn't as cluttered until he did the singing, but I definitely think overall, like, you got no drums here. You don't need a lot of body to beef up your vocals. So I would say turn those ad-libs way down or just mute them totally and just give it a real spoken word feeling to it. I think in that sense it could stay as an interlude, but if you want to make it longer, it could transition into a song. I would just say figure out, is it a back and forth song or is there a hook or something of that nature? Whatever the structure is. I give it a 7 where it's at right now. 7.5. All right, next up, Swag Lean, beat 26.
Okay. Beat. Oh, okay. Was that you or was that the beat?
That was the door.
Okay. That'd be so funny. Put in a sample of closing a dresser drawer.
You're welcome, Swag Lean. All right, I think we got it.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Swaglean, great start. Unfinished. I think that the 808s, the drums, even the first beeps, I was like all in. I was like, fuck yes, let's go. And then like as soon as you transition to the lower beeps, I was like, no, no, I want more. Like that was a good lead in, but you have to have like a main melody now, right? You have to add more layers to make it make sense for that piece to be kind of repeating over and over again. And I'd also say like it's fine having it in the foreground, but like, because it is so repetitive and because it's beeping sounds, I think it would make more sense to lower those layers a little bit, have that be kind of like, you know, the bouncy first part of it, and then transition right into a like a faster, like add the hi-hats, add, you know, some driving synths, some you know, electronic like deep buzzes, like for sure. But I did like the sounds of even the lower beep. Maybe that could be a different section of the beat, of like, you can go lower with that piece, but make sure you have kind of the main meat and potatoes, right? So I like the start. I think it is just a start though. And then you kind of did the opposite of what I wanted, right? You had one layer, then you kind of removed it for like the main part or for the chorus. It should be the exact opposite. You start off with this, you build upon it. In the chorus, that's where the most amount of shit is. You add like one more thing to make it just distinguished from what everything else is happening. Overall, fun though. I'm gonna give this a shrugging 8. Like, it shouldn't be this high, but I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I think it's a good start. Like, there's a lot of good elements to it. It just feels unfinished. Like, it needs some sort of transition, needs a counter melody, it needs some sort of change up in it, rather than just being the same with a slight variation for the hook. It just too repetitive is what I would say. But sound quality is good. Like, I don't mind the sound selection. You always have good staples to build upon, and I say you have a good base. I think you just need to build a frame on top of it and make this house a home, make this house a happy home. Swagline.
Yeah, make that beat an honest woman.
You don't have to do that. Nothing wrong with
Put a ring on that thing.
Maybe not. I give it a 7. I give it a 7. Rogue snuck one in. Bird, I'm gonna play this real quick and then we're done. Here's MCD. Lose Ourselves.
Sneaky, sneaky, PP boy. I do love that you sent that text message. I need to know the response.
You and me, we go back some, and you were always so handsome, and I was always so ugly, but you liked me anyway. Yeah, and over time we lost traction, and then our love became fractious. Soon it turned ugly, and in time you looked away. I know what's coming. I want you back. Lying awake again, wonder where your head is. Holding on to me so you'll never let me go. You made me whole again, but I'm scared we'll come undone. But that's the chance that we all must take when we lose ourselves to love.
Why can I have love when I have good intentions? I pour out my soul, shadowed by imperfection. Give you my all, but I'm still lonely. Just a connection, cause I'm empty. The way you left that night got me second guessing. I know what hurts most. I want you back.
Lying awake again, wonder where your head is. Holding on to me so you'll never let me go. You make me whole again, but I'm scared we'll come undone. But that's the chance that we all must take when we lose ourselves to love.
Lying awake again, wonder where your head is. Holding on to me, but this time you let me go. You made me whole, girl, but it's time for moving on. And that's the truth that we have to learn when we lose ourselves to love.
Lying awake again, wonder where your head is. Holding on to me so you'll never let me go. You make me whole again, but I'm scared we'll come undone. But that's the chance that we all must take when we lose ourselves to love.
right, that was Lose Ourselves by MCD and Rogue Jepsen. I like this song. I think
you're muted.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, muted for D-Bird. That was MCD, Rogue Jepsen, Lose Ourselves. I like the song. I think the verses are good. The only thing that I did not really like about the song was I think the hook is just super breathy. Like I wished it was just kind of more performed rather than da, 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 da. Like it just feels like very raspy and whispery, and it doesn't give me the same smooth polished vibe as like the beat and the verses do. And that's the only thing that I kind of just didn't like about it. Other than that, overall it's cool. I'd give it an 8.
Yeah, I thought this was really well done. Like it felt like the polish was there, right? Like both guys, they know how to sing, good, and it sounds good too, right? The mix, there was no issues there in my minds, and I think it's fine. My only thing was like, what was that one thing you started out with, Rogue? There was one thing you said. It was like, why can't I find love when I have good intentions or something? Something like that. I was like, that's why. That's why. Don't have good intentions. Be a piece of shit. That's again, maybe I'll save that for my bad advice day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, cool song. I'm going to give it a 9. I liked it.
All right. That was all that we had for tonight, folks. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Shout out Linux, shout out XM, Rogue, Catalyst, Sully, Kuiper, and Ray, DJ Tongue Hero. Appreciate everybody for sliding through. We'll be back on Sunday to do the free queue, and then next Wednesday to do this again for subscribers, and then whenever Bird feels like getting more questions for advice, we'll see you guys pop up on whenever Tuesday that is. So catch us on the Discord. We'll be back in your ears soon. We'll figure out the schedule for next week. I don't know if Bird's traveling for Thanksgiving, but I'll be here. Fuck it. One way or the other. All right.